What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the No Sabo podcast. I am Elias, and I'm here with my crew today.
Adrian.
And John. Damn, we have boring ass names.
I know, bro.
Speak for yourself, bro.
Right?
Your name's John.
I know,
Adrian, it's got a little bit of flavor to it. Elias, I mean, it's got some sabor.
Alice is unique.
Got some seasoning.
Did you just hear him?
To that
He's
one.
like some sabor.
Sazon.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
So, dude, I was out for 3 weeks?
Yeah, you took a vacation.
I did.
He's back.
I did.
On the Ivarices, we put that one sound effect. She's back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yours, I don't know if we would do the same, but
No,
I've been seeing this podcast. It's Financial Audit.
yeah.
And I watched the whole thing through. And they edit the whole thing all the way through.
Oh,
So I think I
damn.
need to start doing that instead of just clipping it. I actually edit, put sound effects. If we pop up something, things like that.
oh yeah,
Because even through the whole thing, they edit.
his
Won't that
voice.
take longer?
Huh?
Won't that take longer?
Yeah,
a lot
but I
more,
mean-
but
Yeah.
I mean, the more he does
More
it, the
flavor.
faster you get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb Hamer's voice
Yeah.
is annoying as fuck, but basically he invites a couple or a person and he helps them with their financial situation.
Oh, that's cool.
He basically scolds them. He's like a Dave Ramsey, but young, obese, and very high pitched. So he goes, he's like, "Are you fucking stupid?" he goes hard, but yeah, we might have to do something like that. Sorry, I'm pulling up. Sorry, chat. We fucked up last time. We didn't take the soundboard home, but hopefully today Adrian will remember.
Yeah. We need to take it home. How would we know?
Oh, you just gotta memorize them because.
But does it physically make a sound, or does it only through the headset?
Yeah, only through it'll make one. It won't make one physical. We'd have to buy a speaker, but you would just press it and it brings it into the video.
Okay.
And if you really want to remove it, it breaks it down through audios. You can remove all the sound effects. But yeah, we need to comment down below if you guys have preferred sound effects we should do.
What's one you would want?
Me? Damn! Those black dudes?
Okay.
Yeah. Just because the roasting.
Adrian, what about you?
There's one. Yeah, you seen the drum?
Oh,
that one.
Yeah, I like it.
Which one would you pick?
Give me the chacal from Sábado Gigante. When someone says something stupid, fuera.
Yeah.
Fuera.
Last time we kind of talked about the whole marketing thing, but we are, I want to say 33% closer to getting our website published, and I'm just trying to pull it up. But the online, we're still working on the app, the phone one, but
Yeah.
essentially this is what it would look like. So you go here, it's going to have, this video's playing in the background, and then here's the carousel of all the videos. And then you do for example, Elias is right here. So you would click here. And you can see the video playing without having to click it. It's just a preview.
That's cool.
But then...
Are you guys filming a Super Bowl commercial? No, what are you doing here? This is a real estate commercial.
So there it will do the highlights of some of our work. And there's going to be a lot of them, so you can scroll like that.
Yeah.
But then also you're going to scroll down, and it's brands we work with. For example, yours is right here.
Hey.
You click on it.
Oh
Yeah. And it'll send you to your page. So once you click onto the logo, it'll send you to your page and where all your videos will be displayed.
That's awesome. My logo looks badass from this movie. I gotta do more with it. I gotta make some
so
apparel
we're trying to do that.
I just need to fix it for the phone because on the computer
it
it's
looks
full screen.
sick.
It looks good. But on the
Yeah.
phone it looks like it's cropped down.
Yeah.
So I need
Yeah.
to
So
fix that.
we'll have that launch soon. Hopefully, we're only going to use it for portfolio.
Yeah.
We've been going back and forth.
Well, I told him, I was like, put how to contact us just in case someone wants a commercial.
Yeah.
You never know. You can always turn down people that are, hey, real estate real quick, or one or two. But if it's a company that's like, hey, can you do a commercial for me?
Yeah.
At least it's out there.
Did you get Joe your camera?
Huh?
Did you order the camera yet?
No.
Bro.
Dude,
Adrian,
okay.
What are we gonna do with this, man? What are we gonna
Okay.
do with this, man?
I was talking to my wife about this. It's should I buy it? She's like, it's up to you. And I'm like, fuck, bro. Because I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
We talked about it. I was like, let's just order it now. I have it in my cart.
You should have kept your other one.
No, because I didn't figure out the footage. I feel it's almost not like a disappointment, but I'm like, I just didn't figure out that camera.
Yeah.
And I spent a lot of fucking time messing with it.
Yeah.
I just needed more time, and it's just it wasn't there.
You gotta think of the cosmic timing though. You just show up to watch a video shoot, you're like, damn, that's the one I want. The look in his eyes, it was
Yeah.
like, damn,
Okay,
like
this is
he
my other-
found the one. Wait,
This is my
wait,
other
wait.
rebuttal.
And then you look at how much time you have left before it's too late to change it, and it was perfect. You still had a
I
day.
know it is
It
cosmic
was meant to
timing.
be.
Yeah.
My only rebuttal is like, okay, I have the money there.
Yeah.
I just
Well, what else are you gonna do with the money? You're gonna buy a different camera? Or you're gonna
no,
put like equipment wise?
I have
What
to
else
finish
can
my
you buy?
basement.
No,
So that's where I'm kind
no.
of torn.
That's
like,
a different expense. That's a different
I know,
investment.
but I was just like going through the numbers. I'm like, holy fuck, we're gonna spend a lot of money here.
Yeah.
And so like, I'm torn. Camera. Okay, so this is what I was telling my wife too. I was like, what if I can close that one deal I told you about, I'll order it right then and there.
No, that shouldn't dictate.
It's 'cause, like, for example,
your
in that
need
one,
for it.
I was basing it off of cost and how much I'm going to use it for.
Yeah.
That one, 100% for the bank, 100% for like the builder I work for on certain things, and then if we want to do a commercial.
Yeah.
That was basically it. That's
Rumor has it you might be working for another builder here in a couple months.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And my whole thing is the earlier you get it, the sooner you can start to use it.
Yeah.
The sooner you can practice, master it.
And the cool thing is like what you kind of, and I'll say introduced me because you got me to go. But they have the same camera, that production company, and they told me whenever I order it to bring it by and they'll help me set it up.
Telling
So
you,
like
man.
the entry level to learn it is going to be faster because I have someone that's already figured out all the kinks and quirks and kinks.
Que más quieres, man. And then que más quieres. And then we'll just shoot. And I'm telling you, man, you get that with the boomstick and people drive by. Hey, can I hire that man over there?
He's really sold on
Yeah.
the boomstick.
Yeah, I
huh?
told him I was like,
Yeah.
I'll carry a boom swimmer around. I don't give a fuck.
It-
like,
I
it
would just
sells
hire
it.
a boomstick person because that just makes it seem like,
legit, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it seem legit. And we
We have all the lights, the
and we're gonna
boomstick,
hire
the camera.
Elias. We're gonna hire Elias to be our coordinator.
Hell yeah.
And then I told him to get the action
Let's
sign
go.
with it. Have you
Yeah.
seen the action sign?
Hell yeah,
That
dude.
would
There's a
sell
natural
it.
purpose to that. It's not just that
Oh,
is
yeah.
to color grade, like to get your white balance. That's what it's for, and to time code it. So
Perfect. Add it to the cart.
So sometimes you got to look at the world through the lens you want to be at, not the lens you are at. And right now you're looking at it as basement camera, or you need to be looking at it as I'm a marketing company. You know what I mean? And honestly, I think just that confidence, having that, like that's just a whole nother level. Because I've been hearing you talk for 2 years now, talking about how you get the equipment, you have all this stuff, you have all these things, and no one and no one right now is on your level with that, right? You're making your way. You saw what that company's using and what that company does, and you're on your way, right?
Yeah.
So then when you talk to people and you're meeting these, different businesses, it's like, these are the different things we can film. And then that's how you close it. Just be like, most people will come in with maybe this one or this camera. We have a full production to make it look like,
Okay, so that was one thing I did
Yeah.
mention last night on my pitch.
yeah.
It wasn't a pitch because I feel like I had already talked to the owner through
Yeah.
the phone.
Yeah.
And then he's like, if there's a time, I'm like, well, you tell me whatever time will make it work. And I met with him, and it was more like, I'd like to meet you type of thing.
Yeah.
And so I talked to him about it. We kind of go, and I just mentioned one of the things like, I like to label myself not a production company. We don't film commercials yet, but we're also not going to show up with an iPhone. We're high quality, short form content producers. And I think that is what I pride myself on right now.
Yeah.
Because fuck yeah, I want to be shooting commercials.
Yeah.
Because I was talking to my wife, same thing that you just mentioned, like what differentiates me from a production company, and I told her, I'm like, well, they have someone that just holds a boomstick. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't have someone that
I'll
holds
hold
a
your boomstick.
Yeah, fuck.
That sounds dirty, but not that one.
But the first step this year that I actually am doing, we're going to launch the website.
Yeah.
We even changed our email, so it's now name@magnamediaco.com. Which
Hell
for
yeah.
me, dude, that is, I don't know.
That's a big deal, bro.
I think like people probably won't give a fuck, but I myself, I'm like, holy shit, this is huge. Like for me, it's huge. I don't know what the feeling is, but I think you guys are so fucking right. But at the same time, like guys, like
That's all you gotta say. Stop there.
You guys
Stop
gotta
there.
remember, like I was always living paycheck to paycheck, and then finally now, like you have like a little nest egg, and yeah, the nest egg is gonna poof because of the basement, but you guys are right. It is pay week this week, so
Yeah.
It is. I always forget. I'm like, "Jeez."
yeah. You know
Bye.
what? Kind of not taking off topic, but a little bit. Now having Adrian, obviously he has to get paid.
Yeah. Damn it, Adrian.
and-
Why you got to
No,
be that
bro.
way?
I thought of child labor, but anyways, it doesn't feel like a burden to pay him.
Yeah.
It feels like thank you so much for helping me.
It's an investment, bro.
Yeah, like. No, I tell Adrian, I'm like, bro, like if I
Y'all
had it
getting
like
emotional over here now or what?
I'm very like open with Adrian because I want him to understand like yes, the numbers sound crazy, but any business owner knows like you can have like $1 million in revenue, but realistically you may be taking only 10 to 15% home.
Yep.
And that's how a business is. I'm like, we probably spent $500 just on putting the website together,
Yeah.
like the domain and the email. But like I tell them, I'm like, I want to build an environment, an ecosystem that where you come to work and you're happy, you don't have to worry about money. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to be paid well. I want you to have your benefits. I want you to never worry about getting your paycheck, because I think that was the biggest thing. Like when I worked in some places, they're like, fuck, like,
Yeah.
am I not gonna get paid? And when you're living like a W-2 and that's your job and your only income, then it gets hard. And
Yeah.
so I told them I want to create something that no matter if it's you or anybody that works here, like they're well paid. They don't have to worry about I have to go get another job because this
Yeah.
place is not paying, and just focus on what they do. Because you've helped me realize that probably nobody's going to care as much as I do for the business, but I am going to find people that are very passionate for what they do.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm going to try to find more passionate people because I hope you like it. This is we're
I've
month
liked it
two.
so far. Yeah.
Month two. Yes, there's some stressful moments, and bro, he stays home late too. Like the nights 10, 11 o'clock, he'll go home and he's like, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll finish this. And I'm like, damn, like obviously he sees me even staying after he's gone. I'm still there, and I'm like, I went to bed at this time, but like I said, nobody's gonna. Not that he doesn't care, but nobody's gonna do that much because I know it's mine.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been great having him, and hopefully we can add someone else to help us by the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's our goal. We have goals too, and
Yeah.
just seeing that, and the camera is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
And
It's a leap. Like you already made the hardest jump, which was, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
quitting your job. And I think I told you that there was going to be a lot more jumps as you had your business. And really for me, I look at the camera as that was an investment in your business that you had already made.
Mm-hmm.
And the hardest part, I think, as a business owner is when you start to like, you know, the basement, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a priority? It sounds like it is right now, you know, but those investments in your business are what's going to keep providing for the things in your business, you know, and getting into production. Like, I mean, when you get that camera, we'll start commercials with that just to like get the practice and the flow, figure it out. So by the time like, because right now, if the big company calls you today and they're like, hey, can you shoot this? We're in a pinch. This is what we need. Are you ready? Are you prepared?
There's always that case of like, I forget what it's called, but you don't think you're ready. I feel like I
Yeah.
can make it happen.
Or if an agency calls you and like, hey, do you have the equipment? Can you make this happen? You know what I mean?
Well, look at the difference. You showing up with the gimbal and then your
Oh,
clip
100%,
mics versus the cinematic camera and your boomstick and all the lights.
Yeah,
Like,
I've always been a believer of the guy that shows up in a old beat up truck to a construction site asking for work is not going to have the same reaction as a guy in a brand new pickup. Same thing here. I know the pickup has nothing to do with what you're doing, but it does.
Yeah.
And so like I'm when someone shows me like, oh, I have the same camera as you. No, you fucking don't. I know that because like these are really expensive cameras, but that camera, I'll be honest with you guys, like there's a part of me also has like a fear of like, okay, I buy it and what if it's not what I thought it was? Same thing with the last one.
Yeah. You return it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're ordering this camera by the end of this week.
Damn. A day,
This
right?
week.
We'll have to do a whole video.
Day.
finally.
Let's just let all the money hit in this week, and then we'll order it calm, and that way we won't see a big dip into the.
Well, that's a big step.
But we're trying to finish the basement because that's going to be our office downstairs,
Yeah.
and it'd be nice to have a bathroom downstairs. And realizing that I'm cheap as fuck, guys.
Yeah.
I can't come to the senses to pay someone full price. Like
Yeah.
is it a Mexican thing? Is it a Hispanic thing? Like,
How do you
Probably.
how do you feel when your clients are that way?
oh yeah, it pisses me off. But hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
All right.
I think there is a sense that if you can do it, you should to a certain point.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm going to use example as if I had an agent and the agent took 20% cut. As a client, one of my clients, they can come directly to me and get a better price. If they went to Adrian's my agent and they're going to Adrian to hire me,
Yeah.
that's how I see what's going on right now. That's what I mean that I'm cheap.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is go directly to the source.
Yeah.
The only thing we're going to do ourselves is the framing because that's fucking outrageous.
Yeah.
And I, Bob the Builder.
Well, I mean, we can do the framing, the electrical, the drywall,
So
the texturing, the painting.
I think what we're doing a lot is, for example, the electrical. Yes, I work for an electric company. They say they're more happy, but his friend, we're going to support his business.
Yeah.
And obviously he's giving us a good deal, but he's also getting that experience and he's done a good job for us so far. Like he's doing my dad's house. He did my heater. Nothing's burnt yet. So I know sometimes when you buy cheap, you get cheap, but I think about myself when I first started, I was charging cheap
Yeah.
and I was still providing better quality than someone that just didn't. So that's where I'm kind of seeing it and doing a lot of trade work.
Yeah.
Try to figure out some trade work to benefit everybody.
Well, on the house that my dad sold, we did everything except for
Yeah.
the electrical.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else we did, and it was pretty cheap. And I mean, it looked good. So
Yeah, we come from a lineage of construction Aztecians, so
Yeah.
it comes in the blood.
There you
And
go.
I think it is a Mexican thing though that you think you can do everything, and I feel like most old school dads can,
Yeah.
just because that. And I don't know if it's because there was no money and you had to figure it out. But I've never seen my dad pay for a freaking oil change in my life.
Yeah.
We've swapped transmissions. We've worked in like any project that my dad's ever had. He can do it.
oh yeah,
That's
So
awesome.
it's hard to get him to explain to him like, look, you don't have to do everything. We can hire some out, but
Yeah.
in my case, it's more like it's cost opportunity. So like if
Yeah.
I'm there, I can't give up 2-3 weeks just to do one project in my house because then I lose on so much. So
Yeah.
I think that's where I mean cheap. I'm too cheap I can't justify paying a premium for a service that I know that other people are charging less for.
Yeah.
And maybe I am cheap, but I like how you flipped it on me. That is
Yeah.
good. But I out flipped it on you.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Did you?
no,
Did you?
No, but that's what's going on there.
Yeah.
Camera. You guys, well, this goes out on Friday. So next episode, if we talk about it again, we'll know if I ordered it or not.
Yeah. Hopefully you do, man. Because I think it's a good
You
thing.
need to.
It sets you up.
Yeah,
I think you gotta. I don't remember exactly what the quote is, but you have to see the world as a person you want to be versus,
Yeah.
especially those people that want to change and stuff. Like change can be hard, but you gotta just see the world as,
I had a boomstick and
I wonder how much even it costs that.
Bro, just,
boomstick.
and
Okay.
and a fake diamond magnetic earring, so I can start coming with you guys. So
I think having a relationship person like that is key, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, if you have someone with the bubbly that can talk to anybody, which you can talk to anybody, man, I think that's key because
it's hard.
I struggle. We talk
Yeah.
about how he's like, well, I don't know what to do because I don't have anybody. I'm like, I have nobody either. And you
Yeah.
kind of got to figure it out, which sucks because who do you reach out to be like, how do I do this? How do I do that? Like I luckily have a lot of people like you that explain things to me and help me out. But in the moment, like it is scary.
yeah,
We're talking about closing. You asked me how it went. I think it went good. Everything went pretty smooth. I didn't have any hiccups that I usually see, but I know I'm not a good closer.
yeah,
I did not walk out of that room with a yes.
yeah,
I think I did. I hope I did, but
Yeah.
I did not walk out of the room with. And even when I do get yeses, I don't know how to react.
yeah,
I walked in with my back, like my back was sweating, my palms were sweating,
Oh,
like
yeah.
knees, arm spaghetti. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to control that, even though like. But as soon as I step in the room, like I calm down.
Yeah.
But my biggest thing is shaking someone's hand, and my hands sweaty or sticky. Like
Yeah.
so I'm
Oh,
like
yeah.
constantly rubbing. Like I try not to touch anything.
I just wash my
and-
hands.
Yeah, well, me too. But like, I get super nervous. Like, I get nervous. I start shaking, and I don't know why. Like, it's something like no matter what situation I've been in, and I know this is gonna keep happening. Hopefully, I'll be able to be put in front of people. But I don't know. Like, what's your experience with that? Like, have you gone through learning how to control that?
So I'll use my son Noah as an example for soccer. Right, he's a third grader. He plays on a team with fifth graders. When it comes to taking direct kicks, they ask him to take them, and he drills at least half of them. Right, in Utah, that there was one game where they won 3-2. He scored all 3 goals, and the last goal he scored was almost from midfield, just direct kick. And people are like, man, that's crazy. Pressure, like, how does he not get nervous and stuff? I see him practice that same shot over and over and over. And so I think the thing I would recommend to you guys is a half hour every day. Practice, you be the business owner, and you close them. And you make up whatever yeses or nos, go through it, because what ends up, confidence comes from preparation. So if you're prepared and you know, because the one thing I love about you is you know your shit, right? So you don't have to worry about that, because that's where confidence is there on that end. Like, you can say, like, I'm the best videographer, this is why, right? But now it's time to focus on relaying that message to someone that hasn't told you yes or no yet. So then when you walk out, and for me, it's like, hey, you know, if everything aligns, is there any reason why we wouldn't do business? You know, no, I don't think so. Well, would you like to sign up today? And it's just about just that asking. And if they say, no, I need to think about it, no, I need to do that, just like, you know, that's great. You know, I understand. I'll follow up with you tomorrow in a couple of days.
That's exactly
you know?
what I walked in thinking. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need, before I leave, I need to ask them if they're like, we'll get back to you. I need to set a date, one to follow up, and I didn't do it.
Yeah. And
My
it's
brain went.
yeah, and to me, it's practice, because in a sales pitch or in anything, you have to control the framing.
Yeah.
You have to be the one that controls the flow of the conversation, and there's always going to be different personalities that that you work with.
Yeah.
But you want to stress test them, because at the end of the day, that's when you kind of kick back and you have the control and you're controlling the frame. You start to see how they respond when they're being stress tested. Then that's when you decide, do I even want to work with this guy?
Yeah.
Because you want to be able to walk away. It's better for you to walk away and say, you know what, I appreciate you meeting. I don't think this is going to work, but I can refer you to someone else. When you're able to do that, that's when you know you got to figure it out. But that takes repetition, right?
Yeah.
Like, even to tell someone I can't take you is hard, just as hard as it is to say, can we, you know, to close a deal. So my suggestion to you is take a half hour every day with each other, and then have you be switched up too, so then you can be the one that's trying to sell. And man, you do that practice every day, I guarantee you 99% of people in your industry don't even practice that. You're going to be, again, ahead of the game, because you already got the skills to capture the moments, to do that. You got the editing abilities and all of that. You're already doing things that most people aren't. Like, when I look at other people's videos that aren't yours, it's like, this is kind of child play. You know what I mean? There's levels to this shit. So now it's like, okay, I got that. So now I have to figure out how to do the other aspect of my survival for my business, and that's the sales. And if you don't have that down yet, that's okay, because improvement is a progression.
Yeah.
So, and the way you progress is by practicing. You're not going to be perfect, but I guarantee you practice for a half hour every day for just 90 days. In day 100, we're going to talk about your latest meeting. You're going to say, you know, I wasn't as sweaty, and bam, I closed it. You know what I mean? Because now you have 90 days, 90 times 30 minutes. That's what, I don't know, 2,700 minutes. I don't know what the math is, but of
Something
practice, of preparation. So then your confidence is already there, because you already are prepared for all the random shit. You know what I mean? And does that mean you're going to be getting everybody? No, but when you walk in with confidence, when you can control the framing and the sales pitch, and you already got the knowledge and the new camera, ain't nobody going to say no to that, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got me. Role play.
So,
No,
no,
I mean, he's not wrong. Like, even yesterday, like, when I was trying to pitch my stuff to the dentist, there's like 2 or 3 where I'm like, and I sat there and they're like, oh, well, we don't need anything, or like, we're good. And I'm like, shoot, like, if I would have just worded it better, if I would have just said something like, in a better tone,
Yeah.
it would have gone different. And
Yeah.
you can tell because they're like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, shit, I fucked up. Like,
And you can practice with each other or you can practice on your clients. And if you mess up on your clients, you lose money. If you mess up on each other, you just keep practicing.
Yeah.
And again, going back to my son Noah, I see him take that shot hundreds of times over and over.
Yeah.
So when it's during the game, he doesn't even have to worry or stress or think because he's already doing the thing that he's been preparing for.
Yeah.
And that's where confidence comes from, is prep. So you got to prep, both of you guys, just for a half hour a day. And it sounds silly,
No, yeah.
but like at the end of the day, like the UFC fighters, like you see them train for 4 months, 6 months before a fight for 25 minutes at the most,
Mhm.
right? But they already know what to expect. And if you make it harder during the role play, then when it comes time to the sales, especially if you have the same process, then most of your objections become predictable and you already know like
Yeah.
what you're going to come with. And when someone tells you no, right off the bat, like, well, may I ask why? Right? Like then you can start to, and then listen and read the books that will help you with that kind of stuff. Building a store. I'll send you a couple books. I think there's 2 books I'd give you to read. And I think that would just change your life and how you pitch your own business, but
Yeah.
you still have to practice.
Yeah.
So-
I think I like what you mentioned. You need to know your stuff, and I think that's one of the things that like. Just going back to last night, there wasn't a question that I felt was difficult to answer.
Yeah.
I think that's important. Like knowing your stuff so good. Mine's not rocket science. Yours
Yeah.
is a little bit more complicated. I'm just making videos for social media, and
That's rocket science. Like to me, that's fucking rocket science.
And
Yeah.
but I don't. I had more of a fear of not knowing like the actual terms to shit. Like
Yeah.
and talking to the production company and the person that actually went to film school and just be like, him kind of be like just winging it, not winging
Yeah.
it, but he like it's not law, some
Yeah.
rules. Kind of opened my eyes like, God damn, like YouTube University wasn't that bad then, because like
yeah.
we're always like, I don't know what and you get nerds, bro. Like some nerds will like dissect the colors history of a camera, and
Yeah.
bro, I don't give a fuck. Like as long as we shoot the video, and
Yeah.
my wife is gonna become our colorist because unfortunately I'm colorblind as a bat, and that's just the cards I got dealt with. But we try not to tell people.
You
because,
are the Ray Charles of your industry, bro.
dude. I'm brown and colorblind and brown.
Yeah.
Like I am definitely an odd out
Like
in
a
an industry
struggle,
that I
bro.
should not be in.
They're gonna make a movie about you one day.
Dude,
You might make a movie about you one day.
Dude, like we talked about it. I'm like, I do have a fucking not ordinary story,
Yeah.
which is okay. Like, not every story has to be perfect, and I think that's what's beautiful about everybody's story. Like,
Yeah.
everybody has a whole,
Yeah.
and mine, bro. Like, bro, mine's something fucking crazy out of a book. Like, but yeah, colorblind as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can see color, but I'm colorblind as fuck. And so, like, people don't know how much process it takes to get one video out, because, like, now it's not just me. I have to have someone else double check it and be like, she's like,
Yeah.
John, well, and I'm like, is it good enough to go? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, well, then it's fucking gone. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy her it's a whole fucking deck. It's made for color grading only. It's to make the process faster. Ideally, one day we get my wife to quit her job, but that would be awesome to get a colorist. And
Yeah.
then we'll be a production company, because every production company has a colorist.
Yeah.
We'll need an audio guy, a producer, someone that's kind of just getting the vibes, the DP, the boom guy, makeup. We're gonna need a makeup artist.
Damn.
Any makeup artists out there. But yeah, I think it's cool to see the progression. We're gonna hit 2 years here in April 15th, so
Yeah.
on tax day. So when you're doing your taxes, think of me.
Are you if you were to talk to your past self when you were kind of thinking about making the jump, what would you tell yourself?
Bro, I don't even know what the fuck I would tell myself.
Yeah.
Because I think even jumping the bridge, like jumping boat, wasn't even the hard part. I think the hard part was the months where, one, I was cold calling and getting no's. That helped me a lot. And then 2, when like I wasn't getting busy and I was like, fuck, I don't know if this is gonna, just a doubt.
Yeah.
And then, fuck, but I don't regret a single decision,
Yeah.
Like, I think everything has its time.
Yeah.
So like if I did have to tell someone, just follow your gut, because that's all I've been doing.
Yeah.
Like if someone asks, is there like a plan? Is there something that you do? Or like, no, I've been following my gut, and so far like it's worked out. Not saying every decision I make is the best decision, but I wish I could just go back and reassure myself, like, look, just keep doing what you're doing. And my wife tells me all the time, she's like, you always do these crazy shit, but like I say yes because you figure it out somehow, and I don't know how.
Yeah.
I just figure it out, like, and I don't know how to explain it. Like things happen and I figure things out, but I don't know. Yeah, that's basically.
Here's another one. 2 years from now, what do you think your future self would tell you today?
Buy the camera.
Okay, so,
No,
Fortune teller.
I would hope just to keep doing what you're doing, right? Because I try to do right. I don't try to scam anybody out of anything.
Yeah.
I try to be honest. I just try to. I think that's my biggest thing. I'm like, I don't want to be scamming people. Like, I want to just be like, yeah, sometimes I fall behind, but look, like, I will figure it out.
Yeah.
And I think I've just had the right people put in my life that, like, hopefully that keeps continuing.
Yeah.
What I could tell myself a year ago, or even when I started, is not just because you get a little bit of money, start going crazy.
Yeah.
And so hopefully me in 2 years is still in the same place where I'm at, as in, like, I'm still in my own home. I'm still living the life I'm living right now, because I saw this quote saying, like, I got so busy thinking about the future that I forgot that I was living in what I prayed for. I have everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
And so, like, if I could just tell myself in 2 years, is just like, continue doing what you're doing and don't just go crazy, you know. And I think everything should be calculated. And that's one thing that I failed to do at some point, that, like, I forgot to calculate things and think that just, and money's a bitch, bro.
Yeah.
Like, money comes and goes. Like, you hit lows and you don't know what to do. And maybe it's highs and to a certain extent, but I've honestly learned now to work without thinking about the money. Like, it's great, but I do the work because I like it, not because I'm waiting for a check now. So
Yeah.
I think that's something that I would definitely just hope that in 2 years, me is still doing that. It's doing it for the fun, not for the check.
I love that.
But yeah, thank you, John.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. What about you? What do you have in store for the next 2 years? What does Elias look at 36?
Oh man. At 36, I'm gonna be 42 in 2 years. I know. Honestly, I think now for me, it's just really focusing on the things that I love and the things that I'm good at. I think too many times, you know, I think as a broker, especially as a broker for the type of company that I own, it's not necessarily about you. You're giving everybody else a sweet deal, you know. So yeah, I mean, this year's been awesome. If everything closes that I'm working on right now, like by June, it'll be my biggest year I've ever had in the industry on that side. Awesome. Which is crazy, because then what am I going to do with the next 6 months, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think continue to expand and maybe dip into, you know, building is something that has been cool to get the bids for, you know, and then just seeing that process go. I've had people reach out to me to give me bids on houses they want. So it's kind of crazy now, right? So, yeah, I just want to see what that looks like, continue investing and developing. We have our development meeting tonight with the city. So the two guys that are normally there, my father-in-law and their main engineer, aren't going to be there. So it's me. Last time they had to escort me out through a back door like a police officer. I was like, what the hell? So, and I didn't think it was necessary, but I think they're just taking precautions because people aren't happy about developments, you know. The cop said it was because of me and this other meeting, that because there was one meeting where the people were just rude to the developer, and I spoke in favor of it because we need more development. The city needs more revenue, you know. Yeah, as I was done walking, people were like kind of saying stuff as I was walking off the podium, and I just chirped back, you know what I mean? So it's one of those things where, yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, that's what I want to do is, and it's cool because like even with this development we're doing, like the street names are 4 of my kids' names.
Oh, really?
my sister's name that passed away, and then my wife's uncle that passed away when she was younger. So it's like you start to realize that like you can build a community that's needed, but then you can add a little bit of your, you know, if I do a commercial development, I'm gonna have like Trejo in gold letters somewhere out there.
The statue
you know
with
what
the
I
water
mean?
fountain.
Right? Yeah. So no, I think for me it's more about trying to build something for the community because I'm developing in the community that I live in. So when you do that, it's different than someone who's not a part of it.
He's gonna make his claim true. He's gonna make Blackfoot the greatest city in Idaho.
It is, man.
I brought that up to the eye doctor.
Yeah.
That's why I think I closed them because they would turn into more of like a social event.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I have a friend that claims that that's the greatest city in Idaho.
Yeah.
And he gave me the same look. I'm like, yeah, I'm still looking for it as well.
Yeah.
It's cracking up, and so I think I'm sorry, but you need to fix the fucking roads first. So.
It'll happen, man. It'll happen. But yeah, no, I want to put a swimming pool, an indoor water park in Blackfoot.
That'd be fun.
That's my goal. So
Pretty dope.
yeah.
Blackfoot needs a longer on and off ramps.
Yeah, they're actually working on those now.
God, thank God.
Yeah, they're gonna start working on the ITD is so. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
You know what it feels like? It feels like when the plane lands and it hits it and then goes.
Yeah,
That's how it feels like when you get off the on ramp, and then when you get on, when you're taking off, you gotta go. You're going 20, 20, 20, and then you gotta go 100.
Dude, I get to like, yeah. I love coming out of Falls because that on ramp, I just.
Yeah, and then when you're driving, you have to drive with your butt puckered up because the cops are undercover everywhere. So you got to go 31 and a half. And,
We've gone a long way, bro. Like we used to sell meth out of the KFC and Sonic drive-through. Now, like we're heading in the right direction.
There was a BOMB threat at El Mirador yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, they had to evacuate like the whole.
At my restaurant that we go eat at?
Yeah.
Damn, what the?
Who would bomb threat that place?
You can't
man?
say that on the podcast.
Oh shit, my bad. Who would be? Yeah,
You
who
gotta
would
cut
do
that
that?
out because they're gonna flag it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what you had to say. BOMB.
Who would be that place?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, not the Mirador. Yeah, crazy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling you. I feel like it did a good work because the eye doctor was telling me all about this and stuff.
Yeah.
That evacuate that office, the Ace Hardware. So
Dang.
and the bank's right in front of it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're the bank that you film with?
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah. There's that, but it was at the Mirador. So
Might have been a rival Mexican restaurant that was losing business. You know?
yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah. No, but what about you, man? What?
For me,
Yeah.
what does 2 years you look like?
with the business running on its own, like my goal is to build a business where I can hire people to work it,
Yeah.
and I don't have to really worry about it.
Yeah.
And then hopefully still working with John.
Yeah.
He said he'd lease me an M4, so I mean,
I told him like this is
yeah.
if we can hit a certain amount a month, I'll lease. I won't buy him one.
Oh no, I wouldn't
not buy him
either.
one, but I would lease him an M4 as a company car.
Yeah. Like if I was you guys, and maybe that's something that we end up doing together someday, but like the hardest part most businesses struggle with is exactly what you're doing for businesses. So if there's ever opportunities to acquire businesses
Oh yeah.
and you do the marketing for those businesses already, then you almost produce your own ecosystem where you hire or you buy a business, you find an operator, and you just do the marketing for it. You charge that business for the marketing, and you're creating your own
I told
ecosystem.
him in 2 years, I'm like,
That's
we have
what we're-
like the shops, like you have the media in one
Yeah.
place. Alex is like the lawn care grows to that point. We can throw in my lab stuff in there,
Yeah.
and then we can find someone else, like you and my buddy, like the electrical.
Yeah.
You can find and then buy other shops, and we're already doing the marketing. We can do the lawn care. We can do the electrical. Like
Yeah.
it's just such a bundle that us three already have that we
Yeah.
can just poof to
Yeah.
everyone out.
Well, it's talk about building wealth. That's exactly what we're. Let's grow. Talk about investing in marketing. Let's invest as much marketing as we can because you have it for free.
Yeah.
In return, hopefully in the future, when you have so big, you become a client to us,
Yeah.
and then the money is just spinning in the same circle. Alex, same thing. We talk about how we joke around. We're like, when we go pitch anything, we can go pitch. Hey, I can do your videos, but also, are your teeth grinding? We can also help you with that. And who's doing your lawn care outside? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
Yeah.
hey, it's one of those things that I pride myself as a brother because I want both of my brothers to succeed in that sense that like
Yeah.
I think we can all have a big pie and we can all help each other out in that sense.
Yeah.
So I think, and like what you just said, acquiring that thing, like that is something that I've told my friends. I'm like, we should buy a building together. Like,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
But not everybody thinks the same as
Yeah.
like I think about in the Arab community, why are they so wealthy? Because a lot of them live in a mansion, but they all pitch in and pull their money together.
Yeah.
And so like it's not just my things, it's all of ours. So I wish there was more of that.
One thing I had a mentor tell me once was that people know how to make money, but they don't know how to build wealth. And this is a guy that I think went bankrupt 2 different times, but he's like, I went bankrupt trying to build wealth, not overcommitting with stuff that doesn't matter,
Yeah.
And he said he finally hit it. It took him 3 times, but he finally hit it, and now he's wealthy and he's good. And he's out living in Florida, like doing the whole thing. And I'm just like, damn, like. And he's just like, but I was focused on building wealth, which means that I was not making money a lot,
Yeah.
So I think wealth is investing in buildings and acquiring businesses, not just working to make money, because then you start to trade your time for money, where when you're building wealth, you learn to make money work for you, because you can get people to work for you, you can work for money, but eventually when money starts working for you, then it's gold,
We have big dreams. I mean, we want to get our parents to be able to not work for us,
Retire,
but
basically.
we could fund their.
Yeah.
We can tell our dad, you don't have to go work every day now.
Yeah.
You can come hang out with us and you'd be okay. So like it's cool when we're all on the same agenda.
Yeah.
And so like I want that.
Yeah.
And it was never imaginable. Like I think about the first time I picked up a camera. I've never imagined nothing. And I mean, we're probably still just barely dipping our toes into like whatever it could be, but it's great to see everybody, even my little brother Alex, be excited for this mowing season. So if you guys are in the Idaho Falls area,
Yeah.
but just in that fact of the kid, he's like, well, you're going to be super busy. I'm like, I would rather make time for that to help everybody out than make time to go hang out with my friends or go on a vacation. Like I times will come where we'll all be able to do that. But for now, like I'm going to capitalize on the fact that I can and I will make time for those things.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, and I know it will work. Like I think that's my biggest thing. Like there's no option for it to not work. As long as you're true to it, you're honest, and you're just doing something right. I think no matter what you do, you'll do great. So I hope everybody's business does great as well, though, too. So
Yeah. And hopefully I hope we have some entrepreneurs that listen, to our business, whether they're going through good times or hard times. Nothing's permanent, right? And a lot of times what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it, And I've learned myself, after my sister died, I felt like I fell off, my passion fell off, everything that I was doing as far as like the brokerage side, where mentally I tell people, like, at least for me, my grief over the last few years was like quicksand, because it wasn't like right when I think I'm getting out and I'm going to be okay, like somebody else died. So then it just kept getting sucked in, and I saw the effect and it took on not just the business, but on myself, So I'm realizing the importance of doing something that I'm passionate about, that I love, and even something new that piques my curiosity, that it's no longer, because right now I'm not, like, no one's sick. I'm not expecting for someone to die. And I tell people, like, just the mindset that changes for me, because it's like I'm grieving someone that died, but also like someone else is about to die because they're sick. And now having like an open runway where there's nothing there, I can fly, right?
Yeah.
Like I can live, I can do, and for me, I go back to, I want to make money doing something that I love to do, and I want to spend as much time as I can with my family, and I don't know, it's exciting. Life's a trip, but when you're an entrepreneur, it adds something totally different, because highs, lows, you know what I mean? Like,
problems don't go away, but you do become better at solving the problems.
yeah.
That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
What do you think about the quote, stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough.
Yeah. I think that's huge. It talks about patience. I think sometimes we want it all and we want it all right away. And we don't realize that, like, it takes time. You know what I mean? To me, I think it makes me think of building homes. You need a foundation first
Yeah.
before you can go vertical, right?
Yeah.
When you develop a city, you need the infrastructure underneath the ground before you can do the foundation, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it makes a lot of sense. And I think being okay with taking time and building your foundation, because, I mean, 2 years flew by, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's surreal.
Yeah.
It is very surreal that 2 years.
Yeah.
Blink an eye. In 2 years, I'll be 30.
Bro, I'm
That's
about to
scary.
hit 3 years graduated from high school, bro.
Bro, I'm.
I
just
know,
hit
but
10
like,
years,
dude,
bro.
for me, bro,
I think you are in the right path, because I think about myself when I was 20 and all I thought about is I was making a ton of money in construction and partying and having nice clothes. I had a nice car. Like that for me was success. And just understanding that looking it back now, like I was supposed to have been buying a new pair of shoes for the past like year and I haven't bought anything because I just,
Yeah.
so not on top of
Yeah.
my mind. And so I think someone at your age, and I'm going to use you and Alex, like how many 14-year-olds are, and maybe it's bad, right? Because he should be living life, but he doesn't do sports because parents don't have time to take him. And like,
Yeah.
I get that. So like those are the cards that he was dealt with. Like
yeah.
he had to grow up fast. And so I would rather have him trying to start a business
Yeah.
than at home playing video games.
Yeah.
Or just screwing off on like going around in town doing nothing. I also feel bad because I feel like we kind of robbed his childhood from him. Like,
Yeah.
dude, it sometimes makes me tear up, bro. But like seeing him like hang out with all of us, and
Yeah.
then like him going to play with his toys, like that would break my heart, bro. Because I
Yeah.
was like, he acted like such an old kid
Yeah.
at a such young age, and then when he was by himself, he'd go play with his toys, and dude, that breaks my heart every time.
Yeah.
Just like in the sense of like, fuck, maybe we made him grow up too fast.
But that's special. So this is coming from somebody who was a baby. So my closest sibling was 9 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I loved being around them, sitting at the table with them, even though I didn't fully understand everything that was being talked about. But then also, like, when I was by myself or when I was done, I'm playing with my toys. And I mean, that's where you get imagination. That's where you get a lot of different
Yeah.
things.
I think it might be
Yeah.
different because I grew up really close with Alex. So it was
Yeah.
like, yes, I could see that. But it was like, at one point, it was like, dude, Alex was like, not even like my best friend. It was like, dude, we would do everything together.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, like, even like now, like, my mom was like, he's copying you. I'm like, why? I'm like, and she's like, he looks up. He's like, you're like, even
Yeah.
with clothes, like when he's like, I want Adrian to go to,
Alex is a
Pick up
fashion
clothes with
king, bro.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Alex is just like, I tell him he has such a good heart. He's like has a way. Like he's not. Sometimes he gets mad, but he's just. I tell him like, you're smart when you want to, but you're smart. Like just take advantage of it. I know you're gonna have time that you're gonna want to go and party and explore the world.
Yeah.
Do it. But remember that I'm telling you this now, and I know when I was young, I would hear people tell me, and I just blow it on my head. But I'm
Yeah.
like, just work hard because you would rather give up years of partying and doing nothing to work hard so you can do that for the rest of your life. So
Yeah.
I'm like, take it as you wish. Like, money will come no matter which way you do it, as long as you love doing something. But if you can learn how to, you're already ahead. I tell him it works with him because he's already ahead of the curve. He doesn't think like he's only 13, huh?
14. He's
14, he's
turning
gonna turn
15 this
15.
year. Yeah.
He doesn't think like a 14-year-old. He thinks like a 19-year-old, which is
Yeah.
crazy. And so I told him, like, just take advantage of that. Like, enjoy what you're doing. Have fun. Work hard. You don't have to worry about not having money because we all bail him out some way or another. He's finally discovering the girl life. So
Yeah.
it's kind of funny to see him going on dates and stuff and like remembering that we were there once. And I use him as well. Like, he's way above, like, at least where I was at.
Yeah.
If I was doing what I'm doing now at 20, bro,
Yeah.
by my 30s I would have been set. But hopefully, I mean, they learn from that, and there's no perfect timing either.
Yeah.
I feel, but
And what you said about, like, because I was that way too. I remember working at a wireless store I was driving a baby blue Jaguar with rims and speaker. I took out the spare tire and put like a 12-inch sub in there. Like I was a baller back then, or I thought I was. But I was also kind of emulating, what I would see around like cousins, uncles. Everybody had nice vehicles, blah blah blah. But what changed for me was when I took a job in the insurance industry. One of the wealthiest guys I've ever met pulled up in this old brown Kia. I was like, what the hell? And then as we're, kind of talking and I'm getting to know him, I'm realizing like that's what life is, like it took me a lot to buy the truck I have now, right? I was just thinking I'm going to keep this white truck until, whatever, get to 300,000 miles. But like it is like, and then I think for your family, like you've kind of opened the doors and set the tones in a different way where now you're working with your brother who has his own business that, I mean, how old were you when you started your first business?
20.
20. How old were you?
25 when I quit my job. I was 25.
How old's Alex?
14.
Well, he started when he was 13.
So think of what you've done for your future lineage that your dad, because your dad wasn't born in the U.S., right? But now his kids running businesses at different ages. Eventually his grandkids are going to have a different life than your dad ever imagined. And that's the American dream, And unfortunately, and for me, like whether you're white, black, it doesn't matter what your race is, eventually down the line of your lineage, they forget what it's like to fight for certain things, And I tell people, and I tell my wife and my own kids, I'm the first of my family to be born here. So I have that direct tie to the family that moved, a lot of white people today are so out of touch with the people that moved for them that they just kind of get caught up and forget that like we're living, like you can live the dream. Like I think about politics and liberals and conservatives and they're fighting and they're complaining about the country, this and that. I look at it like this is such a amazing country. You can be anything and do anything, but you got to be willing to take the risks. And my dad took a big risk. He died still not speaking the language of the country here. But then you start thinking about, like, I even think about the people that came from Europe back in the 1700s, 1600s, getting on a damn wooden boat for 30 days, 45 days with and you hope you're going to go somewhere. Like, that's a risk,
True.
So like, whether we agree or not, and I always say like this country was built by white people for white people. That's how it started. Women, people of color weren't necessarily viewed as equals back then. But today, regardless of what the media or the news wants you to think, you can do whatever it is that you want and reach your dreams and your goals regardless of what you look like and anything like that. But the question is, do you believe it?
Yeah.
And if you believe it, then you have a better chance of making it happen. If you're stuck in a victim mindset that, white people don't like me or I don't need to do this, then that's what you're going to do your whole life. So for me, it's like I see this as the land of opportunity, greatest country in the world. And I'm going to do everything I can to validate my parents' struggles and their journeys. And when you watch them die, it even, when you bury them, it even hits you more. It's like, I got the torch, I got the baton now, and I'm going to carry it forward. And hopefully I can teach my kids enough to really appreciate, everyone's like, oh, you're Mexican. You should be like, my ties are to my bloodline. It's not where they're from. And I want my kids to appreciate who their grandpa was.
Yeah.
What his sacrifices, what he did. And then I want that to motivate them. I don't necessarily want them to be motivated by where they were born, but who brought them into this world, and then have them understand that this is their journey. That's why when people say, oh yeah, I'm from Mexico, I'm from this, I'm from there, I tell people I'm from Blackfoot. Like that's my city, because at the end of the day, I'm motivated by like what my parents did to get here. And now I'm motivated for what I can do to my kids, because I want to set that level up a little higher for my kids. I just don't want them to be little entitled assholes, is the biggest thing for me. So.
I like what you said. I think as a Hispanic, I think you can either embrace it or feel victimized in the sense that as a business owner, or as like in my case, and I'll use you as an example too, we speak both languages. In your case, you can market to both. as someone that's trying to sell their home, why would I not hire you over someone that only speaks English? He's like, he can hit 2 markets. So for you, it's an asset that you got, blessed with. And the same thing with us. I feel like there's businesses like, man, we can market you both ways because we understand the culture both ways. I'll take that back because people are like, you don't know the culture, but we understand that we can talk to a Spanish audience.
Yeah.
And so I think if people are not willing to see that as an asset, they're not the type of people we would like to work with in this industry. But I see it as an asset because I feel like I can still talk to people in Spanish and have a great time and have conversation, and we can use that as an advantage. And I think that's a blessing that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to get.
Yeah.
Because there's speaking Spanish, learning how to speak Spanish, and then speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
So I think I take it as a blessing, even though maybe when I was younger, and a small kid in a town of Ryrie with 1 or 2 Mexicans, I felt intimidated because nobody else spoke my language. But
Yeah.
and now growing up, I definitely see it as an advantage and as an asset to my person. I can communicate with another whole different culture,
Yeah.
and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
even with people like us, like we're a whole different, like people like we say we're not American or Mexican, but like even people like us, we're a whole different breed. Like I get, when I talk to people like, man, well, you got a twang, you don't speak. Like I'm just like, well, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like, so it's like we grew up seeing a culture that was kind of from another country, but it was here, right? And then we're creating our own culture, you know, and then it's kind of cool.
Well, we also have to take in consideration, like, I don't know how long your parents were here, but my parents have been here longer than they have not, and so they've adopted the culture here.
Yeah.
Like, so how I know we're not in touch with the culture over there, but like you got to remember, our parents have been here longer than they have not. So like you got to take that in consideration as well. That like we've been here for a long time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Dad left when he was 17 and mom got here when she was like 15, 16. Like you're talking about, my parents are 50 something now.
Yeah.
My mom, for example, was only in Mexico for 15 years. Alex, talking about Alex, bringing him over here, leaving Mexico, and how much.
But even now, like I feel like it's shifted. Look back 3 or 4 years ago, Dad was like, "We're going to Mexico. We're moving."
Oh,
And
yeah.
even now, he's like, "Well, let's finish the basement." Like I feel like his mindset has kind of shifted, seeing as how we've grown,
Yeah,
like quite a bit.
that's something I always tell them. Like, my dad was always like, I want to go back, which is okay, right?
Yeah.
But then you think about, I feel like they also forget,
Yeah.
guys, you've been here most of your life. Your life
Yeah.
is here. Like, a life in Mexico is more like a vacation, not a home.
Yeah.
And I feel that's hard for a lot of people to understand that are not living it. Like, this is their home, like it or not.
Yeah.
A lot of times their parents have passed away and there's no longer anything left for them to go home to.
Yeah.
So this becomes a home. And I feel like it's hard for a lot of people to understand that. Like, this is also our home and we love it here. I could never imagine myself. And I lived in Mexico.
Yeah.
And I lived a great life there because we had a lot of money because we came from here and we had a good life and we went to private schools. But I would never go back.
Yeah.
Like, this is my life.
You know, when my dad died, it was when he was going to die, it was like, where's he going to be buried? You know, and he wanted to be buried here.
Mm-hmm.
My mom, for the longest time, was adamant because my brother is buried in Mexico, that she wanted to go be buried in Mexico. But, you know, she made the decision after my sister died, I think, that she wanted to be buried here, you know? So, yeah, I think regardless of our relationship or mentality of how we feel about here or where we were or where our family was, like, this is home. This is where we live. Like, this is what we're used to, you know?
Yep.
So, I don't know. It's crazy. It's interesting, though. But it's cool to see your story, then meet your brother, met your younger brother, too, you know? So it's really cool to just kind of see,
We'll have to bring Alex on.
Yeah.
what you guys have done with your selves. And it just, now your family's lineage is forever going to be different. And it's because you guys are setting the tone, you know? And hopefully the goal is and I never want to put the pressure on my kids that they have to be better than me, you know? But I think at the end of the day, be happy, be healthy, be wealthy. You know what I mean? And wealthy in not just money ways, but there's wealth. And I don't want to be rich and not see my kids. I don't want to, like I tell my wife, like I want her to bury me one day. Like I want a good family for the rest of my life. And that's where I get my wealth. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah.
I told my wife to make me into ashes and put me in little keychains and hand them out, but she said we can't do that. But
Yeah.
I was like, yeah. But yeah, I think that was a pretty good episode.
That was fun. We didn't talk about some of the stuff, but
We'll talk about
I
it
love
next
the
week.
I
We'll
love
see
the
what happens.
conversation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
cool. Well, we just hit an hour, so appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Peace.